Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Hukamnama Sahib today is by Guru Arjan Dev Maharaj Ji in BIHAAGRAA Raag on Ang 545 of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Satnam Vaheguru Ji. BIHAAGRAA Mahalla Panjwa. खोजत संत फिर हैं प्रभ प्राण आधारे राम तान तन खीन भया बिन मिलत प्यारे राम खोजत संत फिर हैं प्रभ प्राण आधारे राम तान तन खीन भया बिन मिलत प्यारे राम। Tan Guru Arjan Dev Sache Pasha Maharaj is blessing us today in BIHAAGRAA Raag. Sache Pasha Maharaj begins the Shabad BIHAAGRAA Raag BIHAAGRAA Mahalla Panjwa. Tan Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj is Bani. Guru Arjan Dev Sache Pasha Maharaj says, Khojat Sant Fir Hain. The saints, they are wandering around Fir Hain, Khojat, looking. Now what are the saints looking for? And who qualifies as a saint? Well, a very quick definition, just looking at the way saint is spelt in Punjabi, Sassa, Tippi, Tata. So, what Pratan Sampradaya Mahapurush traditional scholars used to do is they used to do arth of each letter. So from Sassa you get Simran, meditative remembrance. From the tippi, the end sound comes. What does that mean? Nimarta, humility. And from tatta, you get tyag. Tyag means being unattached. So, those who are unattached, who are doing meditative remembrance, who are full of humility, those saints, khojat fir hain, they are wandering around searching. What are they searching for? Prabha pran adhare ram. That Prabhu, that Lord of the world, who is the Adhare, who is the support of our pran, of our very breath. If you think about it, most of us are just looking to prolong our breath. And what do I mean? Most of us are just looking at this life. But the saints are looking for the support. Where is it that everything springs from? That is what they are searching for. And what happens in this search? Tan tan kheen paya bin milit pyare ram. Without milit, without meeting pyare, that beloved, what happens? The tan, the strength of their tan, of their body, becomes keen. Keen means to lose or to weaken. Their strength weakens. Now what does it mean? Many people have interpreted this in many ways. One thing is this is when those saints are searching, they go physically through such an intense search, tears running down their eyes, feeling that love surging within them, that their body becomes weak. And another thing, or another way of looking at this is that the power of the senses to influence them becomes weak. So the power of the eyes to wonder and look at the wealth of another, the body of another, the power of the tongue to wonder and slander people, that strength goes in that search. Prabh milho pyare maya tare kar daya lad lae lijiye. Now if we ask Guru Sahib Ji, how are they searching? What are they saying? Maharaj says they are doing an ardas. What ardas are they doing? Prabha, O my Lord, milho pyare, unite us with you, meet with us, O beloved. Maya tare, tare, bless us with your maya, with your grace. Kar daya lad lae lijiye. Bless us with this grace, this daya, lad lae lijiye. Lie, attach us to your lard, to the hem of your robe. That is the ardas they are doing. Maharaj, unite us. Dehe naam apna japao swami, har dars pekhe jijiye. Now Maharaj explains this ardas further. What are they saying? Dehe naam apna. Bless me with your naam. Bless me with your name. Japao swami. That, O my master, I may japo, I may chant it. And what happens when you chant the name? When you meditate upon God's name, what happens? Har dars. You are blessed with the vision of the Lord, with the experience of supreme consciousness, with the experience of Vaheguru, Ekko Ankar, Allah, Ram, whatever you want to call Akal Purkh Vaheguru, Pekhe Jijiye. And experiencing this, Jijiye, that is when you get the true life. That is life. Samrat Puran Sada Nihchal. Maharaji describing Akal Purkh Vaheguru. Vaheguru is Samrat, all powerful, Puran. Vaheguru Ji is perfect. And another meaning of Puran is that Vaheguru Ji is permeating through all. Sada Nihchal, Sada forever. Vaheguru Ji is Nihchal. No one can move or change or alter Vaheguru. Ucha, the highest of the high. Agam. Agam means beyond the thoughts of this mind. Apare, limitless. Binavant Nanak Tar Kirpa. Tan Guru Arjan Dev Ji says, Binavant, I do this prayer. Tar Kirpa, please bless me with your Kirpa, with your mercy, with your grace. Milho Pran Pyare. O Pyare, O my beloved, O the beloved of my breath. Milho, please unite me. This is the way of doing ardas. In this first body, Maharaj is saying this is what the sants, this is what the saints are doing. This is the search which they are searching for. Maharaj carries on. Jap tap bharat kine pekhan kau charana ram. Then what happens? Then they start doing jap, many different types of meditation and chanting, tap, many types of intense. Tap originally means austerities, but in Gurmat it can mean seva. Bharat means fasting, but it can also mean refraining. When we look at it in a Gurmat perspective, refraining from letting these eyes wander or the tongue slander, that is a type of fasting as well. And I've done all these. Why? Pekhan kau charna ram, so that I can pek, so that I can see, so that I can experience your lotus feet, O Vaheguru. Tapatna katahan bujjai. But Maharaji says the tap, that burning fire inside me, that fire of separation, na katahan bujjai. It is not being put out. Bin Swami Sarana Rama. And it cannot be put out without entering into the sarana, without entering into the protection, the sanctuary of the Swami, of Akal Purkh, of Vaheguru. Now what does this mean? Does this mean we don't do jap or we don't do tap? No, what it means here is this. Do jap, do tap, but it is through the grace of the Master, is when you fall into the protection of the Master, is when you fall into the sanctuary of the Master. That is when you are blessed. And jap, tap, bharat must be done in the sanctuary of the Master. Now what does that mean again? Some of us listening to this might say, well, what is he saying? What does that mean? What is his interpretation? Doing jap, but leaving it in the feet of Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Doing tap, doing seva, leaving it in the feet of Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Refraining from letting your eyes wander, your ears wander, from doing bad things, but leaving that in the Guru's feet, leaving that at the feet of the Guru. What does that mean? Not having the idea that I did the jap, I did the tap, I did the seva. No, you are the one who blessed me with that opportunity. You are the one who performed that act. Prabhu Saran Teri, O Prabhu, I want your saran, I want to enter into your protection. Kaat Beri, because I know you are the one who can cut away all of my bonds. You are the one who can cut away all of the shackles of attachment, of ego, of greed. Sansar sagar tariya, please tariya, please save me from this sagar, this ocean of the world. Anath nirgun kach na jana. Now Maharaji says, when you are trying to enter into the protection of Akal Purkh, what should you be feeling inside? Anath means literally an orphan who has no master. Nirgun, who has no qualities. Kachna Janna, I know nothing. These are the qualities which we must have. Now what does it mean to be an orphan? And to be an orphan means to have no one else for support. What does it mean to be Nirgun? It means I have no good qualities. Kachna Janna, I know nothing. But what do we think? We think we have everyone. What do we think? We think that we know everything. What do we think? We think we are the most clever and the most quality person around, full of qualities. But that is not the way of entering into the sadhana. That is not the way of entering into the protection of Akal Purkh. Maharaj says you must have this type of bhavana, this type of feeling inside. Anath, I have no one else. Nirgun, I have no gun, I have no merits. Kachna Jana, I know nothing. And then Mera gun agun na bichariya. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj says, if you want to enter into the protection of Vaheguru, then an additional emotion you should have inside, an additional, let's say, this bhavana which you should have inside is Mera gun agun na bichariya. Please do not bichariya, please do not start measuring up or weighing up my gun, my merits, and my agun, my demerits, my sins and virtues. Because if you start weighing up my gun and agun, I can never be forgiven. That is the way of entering into the Guru's protection. Deen Dayal Gopal Pritam. This is the way, by saying Main nirgun yare ko gun nahi. When you say that, remember that sloka comes towards the end of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. Main nirgun yare, I have no gun, I have no merits. Ko gun nahi. When you have that type of bhavana, when you have that type of thought, when you have that type of feeling inside, that I have no gun, I have no merits, I have no virtues, then what happens? Appe tars pe hoi. Then Vaheguru blesses you with tars, with grace. Maharaj is saying, Deen Dayal, you are the Dayal, you are merciful upon the Deen, upon the lowly. Gopal, you are the one who looks after this whole world. Pritam, you are the beloved. Samrath Karan Karna, you are all powerful. Samrath Karan Karna, you are the cause of all causes. Nanak Chatrik Har Boond Magay. Tan Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj says, the saints become chatrik, they become songbirds. They are crying out, Har boond manga, crying out for one drop of God's name. Jap jiva har har charana, give me a drop of that naam, give me a drop of that experience of naam, of your name, so that I may live by meditating upon you, by chanting your name. Har har charana, I may live by repeating your name and meditating upon your feet. Amya Sarovaro Piyo Har Har Nama Ram. Amya Sarovaro. Now what does Amya Sarovaro mean? Amya Sarovaro here means that there is a pool of nectar. Now what is the pool of nectar? The Sadh Sangat. Now what do you do in this pool of nectar? Piyo Har Har Nama Ram. Go and drink God's name sitting in this pool of nectar. Santa hai sang mila, and Maharaji clears this up, because we say, oh, how do you know the pool of nectar is referring to the Sadh Sangat? Maharaj says in the next pankti, Santa hai sang mila, meet with the saints. Jap puran kama ram, when you meet with the saints, then what will happen? Then when you meditate, puran kama ram, all of your affairs, all of your worldly affairs, they will all become puran, they will all be fulfilled, they will all be resolved. Sab Kam Puran, all affairs, all things, all jobs we could say have been accomplished. They have become Puran. But it also means that All of your wishes, they are quenched. Now, how do wishes get quenched? How do you put out a fire? By throwing more fuel in it? No. You put out a fire by putting water upon it. All of those ichya, all of those wishes, they are put out with the water of God's name. Dukh bidiran, all pain is removed. Har nimak manho na bisare. And Maharaj is saying here, O Hari, O Vaheguru, do not let me be there, do not let me forget you for even one nimak, for even an instant. Anande anadin sada sacha, sarvgun jag disare. Vaheguru ji, day and night you are the giver of Anand, of never-ending bliss. Sada sacha, you are eternally true. Sarvgun, all glory, all virtue emanates from you. Jagadisara, you are the Lord of this universe. Aganat uch apar thakur, you are aganat, you are beyond any type of measuring. Uch, you are the highest of the high. Apar, you are limitless. Thakur, you are the master. Agam jako tamma, the tamma, the abode, the home of Vaheguru is Agam, is beyond the thoughts of this mind. Benavant Nanak meri ich purana. Dhan Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj offers this prayer. My itch, my wish has been fulfilled. How did it get fulfilled? Mile Sri Rang Rama. I met with that Rama, that Vaheguru who is Sri Rang. Now Sri Rang here, Dr. Pai Veer Singh Ji has translated Sri meaning Maya, Rang the one who is playing this game, the one who is playing the game of Maya. Who is that? Akal Purkh. All of your wishes will be fulfilled the day that you unite with Akal Purkh Vaheguru, that you realize Akal Purkh Vaheguru. Maharaji comes on to the last part of the Shabad. Kai kotik jag phala Sun gavan hare Ram. Now if we listen in the Sangat, if we sing in the Sangat, in the company of the holy, what do we get? Maharaj says, Kai kotik, many millions worth of jag phala. What you would get by doing millions of ritual sacrifices, by doing millions of charitable feasts, and jag is translated loosely as ritual sacrifice. If you put millions of them on one side, on the other side, you could put sitting in the Sangat, listening and chanting God's name. Sun gavan hare Ram. Har har naam japat, by meditating, by chanting God's name. Kol sagle tare Ram, all generations. Kol sagle tare Ram, all generations are saved. Har naam japat, so hant prani, that blessed being who japat, who meditates, who chants God's name, so hant is beautiful. Taki mehma kit gana. Dhan Guru Arjan Dev Ji says, how can I gana, how can I measure the mehma, the greatness of that being? Even Guru Arjan Dev Ji is saying, I cannot describe fully the greatness of that being who meditates on God's name. Har bisar nahi pran pyare. O the pyare, O the beloved of my pran, of my breath. Bisar nahi, do not let me forget you, O Hari, O Vaheguru. Chitavant darshan sadmana. My mind, sad, always, Chitavant, is thinking about and contemplating your darshan, your beloved vision, the experience of your realization. Sob divasa aaye, that sob blessed divas day has come. Geh kant laye, when Guruji, when Akal Purkh Vaheguru, Geh takes me by the arm and kant laye, presses me against his chest in his embrace, in Vaheguruji's embrace. And again I am using his, but his, her, it, none of that can describe Akal Purkh, beyond all of those things. And Maharaj themselves, Guru Arjan Dev Ji, explains is Prabha, my Lord, is Uj, is the highest, Agam is beyond the thoughts of this mind, Apare is limitless, Binavant Nanak Safala Sabakich, Prabha Mile At Pyare, when you meet the most beloved Prabhu, Vaheguru, Lord, Supreme Consciousness, Ikko Ankar, Allah, Ram, Khuda, as I've said before, all names of the same entity. When you realize the Supreme Soul, what happens? Binavant Nanak, Guruji offers this prayer, Safal Sabkich. Everything becomes blessed, everything becomes suffer. My birth, my coming onto this earth is suffer. Now, what does that mean? Like, as in, I'll give a very, very simple example. If you leave your house, a very, very simple example, I know that it doesn't measure up with the realization of God, but it's just a very simple example. If you leave your house to buy a can of milk, and you go into the supermarket, you pick everything up, and you forget the can of milk, you come home. You say, oh, what a waste of time. But if you go into the shop, you get what you are looking for, you come back. You say, my sitting in the car, my driving to the place, or my walking to the place, my going there, my standing in the shop, my looking in the shop, my buying at the till, everything is blessed. In the same way, O human being, you have come here. And what have you come here for? Pai prapt manuk de huriya gobind miran ki eh teri bariya. This is your chance of realization. And if you are blessed with that, then your breath, your life, your body, your mind, your family, your wealth, then everything is safal. Everything has been worthwhile. Subh divs aaye geh kanth laaye, prabh ooch agme apare, binavant nanak safal sab kich, prabh mile at pyare. Vaheguru ji ka khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki fateh.